folks, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome to the second instalment of the Shire Lego Lord of the Rings set. If you missed the previous stream, which is now on the channel if you want to catch up with it, we managed to get the first 6 bags done of the Shire, and you can see we've got sort of the main Bilbo Baggins hole here as we go into the walkway, and we started to add all the detail as well around the back as well, as you can see in there. We also managed in the first few sets of bags to do the horse and cart that's got Frodo and Gandalf the Great on there, Grey even on there as well, with some bunch of fireworks, which of course is from the movie when they're on their way there. So today we're going to kick off with bag number 7, just an update on the streams over the next few weeks. So we'll continue to do the Shire today. We may use next week's stream as well to do the finish off the Shire. We'll see how we get today. It's a bit touch and go whether we'll get through all the bags. There's 15 in the set, plus I want to do the gift with purchase at the end as well. We have a nice fly as well. Hello fly. We'll then, I'm off on holiday for a week as well after next week, so it won't be any stream the following week after next week. But then when I come back after holiday, we'll be picking up, probably doing the Ultimate Collector series of the Razor Crest as well. So I'll put that live on the channel afterwards so you can see the date of when that kicks off. We did have a poll, of course, which the Medieval Village was winning, but we'll pick that back up after the Razor Crest, because the Razor Crest has been on my wanted list for quite a while, and I recently purchased it when it was reduced for May the 4th. So we'll be doing the Razor Crest after we finish the Shire. So with that, let's crack on with the build and let me stop talking, and we're back onto bag number 7. And let's see what we're building next. I think we've finished that section of the hole now, so we're probably, I think, moving on to another part of the Lego set. So I'm thinking we're probably going to start building the foundations of the next section, which we can attach. If you remember the build from last week as well, there were elements built into the main section here, so we'll be able to add more sections to it. So it's not one big massive set that's all connected as one, it is broken down into parts, which is helpful. So just as a reminder here, this is kind of where we got to. You've got these little parts here where we'll be able to start connecting the 2 side parts to it, and on the side we've got ball joints to connect to. So let's see what bag 7 has in store for us today. So we're starting with a 2x2, and looks like a 1x8 black plate there. And we're going to stick that on 2 studs at the end there. Then we've got a long 2x16 plate. We're going to add that next to it there. Then we'll leave that to the side. We'll get a 2x2 dark bluish grey plate, and we'll need a 1x2 plate with a clip, and we'll stick that on there. We'll get another one of those, attach that, then we'll stick another 2x2. This is probably the connector bit that's going to connect into the pieces I just highlighted. That's going to go next to our 2x2, just on there. Then we've got a 2x3 we're going to run down, and a 2x8 brick as well, which has got a slight overlap, as you can see underneath here. All the black plates are connecting there. Speaking of which, if we flip this back over, we are going to put a 1x8 there just to cover that up completely now. Then moving across, we're going to get a 1x2 brick in reddish brown. It's going to run across here, so we've got a 1 stud overhang, and then we're going to add a wedge, a black wedge plate underneath here. Connect that with 1 stud. And we'll run a 2x8 in light bluish grey down here, and we can add a 6x10 plate, I think that is, just along there as well, and another 2x8 in light bluish grey down there. Then we've got some lime bricks and some tan bricks, and we also have one of those angled bricks here, so we'll stick the angled brick on first. Just run the 1x2s across here, stick our lime 2x4 in. More of these lime bricks, 3 in fact, and then we've got a nice curved wedge here which we can stick on there. We'll then run the other 2 lime bricks in, and then we'll stick our 2x4 finally in there. Back to the plates with our clips again. One onto there. Another one onto here. Did see this week the Pixar set came out. That looks quite good. I'll probably get that at some point and do a small stream of that, like the Pixar lamp. Then we've got a 2x8 here and a 2x3. I'm going to run this further out this way. And then we've got some plates here. So we've got a 4x10 and we've got a 1x4 plate as well. Just going to add that. Two studs underneath there. Goes under the grey piece and the green. Add that 1x4 plate in, and then we're going to get the sloped 2x4s, 1x3, and another tan coloured brick. Going to run these sloped ones down the side here, and then these just behind. Then turn our attention to this curved piece over here. We're going to add some more sloped pieces. Got this angled one here, a regular 1x2 one there, a 1x2 green brick and a tan brick, and a 2x2 sloped brick as well somewhere. There it is. So first up we'll put our tan coloured brick just in there. Stick our green slope, angled slope, 1x2 at the back, 2x2 just in there. So we're starting to get this contour here of a hill. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. I don't have threads, no. Haven't bothered doing threads. Do a 3x3 there with a sloped brick, and then we've got one of these larger curved angled pieces. Going to add a 1/4 plate underneath there. We've got this curved piece going on there, and then we can add this to this corner here to give some curvature on the hill. Then coming back up here, we're going to do some plating now to cover the top here. So we've got 3 3x3s, we've got this wedge piece here, we've got a 2x2, a smaller wedge piece, a triangle tile piece, and I feel like I'm missing a piece here, and a 2x4 tile too. So up in the corner here we're going to stick our 3 3x3s next to each other. Then our 2x2 goes on, then our tile goes in. We have our triangle tile here as well, followed by our wedge piece. And then we've got this large wedge piece going in the corner to keep that angle going. Hey Lego Tours, welcome to the stream. Glad you like the channel. The website uses wix.com. I was being lazy. Used to be a web designer, but I couldn't be bothered to do my own website, so I just use wix.com, which provides a service to do your website. 1x4 there, tile there, and a 1x3. We're going to stick the 3x3 plates down here, 2x3, another 2x3 there. Then we've got our wedge piece, which I've got the wrong one here. We'll add this to the corner there. Then we're going to run a 2x10, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, 2x10 across. Then we've got a reddish brown 1x3, 2x4 tile, and our 1x3 plate there. Starting to get a bit muddy there. Then we're going to continue plating over this side, but we're going all green on this one. So we've got a wedge piece here, another one of these ones, another wedge there, a couple of 2x4s, a 1x6, a 1x4, 1x2 plate, all in bright green. I've not used HubSpot, sorry. Is that I'm not sure. Is that any good? I might change mine, to be honest. It's a bit outdated now. I think the website probably needs a bit more integration into the YouTube channel, to be honest. So we're just going to add all these plates here. Got 2x4 going this way, 1x6 is going to run across the edge here, and then we've got this wedge piece that we're just going to slot in there. So now we're fully plated up here to build this level. You can see here these are the connectors that are going to go into the existing side. My guess is it's going to go on this side of what we've already built, because we've got those connectors that lend themselves to these clips. The other side has a ball joint connection. So that's it for bag 7. Let's get bag 8 out. It could be a slim chance we do finish this set today, but I don't want to rush it too much. We have a minifigure in this bag as well, which we've not seen for a while. Remember, there's 9 minifigures in this set. Because I've got the gift with purchase, there's an extra 2 minifigures in that. So, not sure who this is. Maybe it's Mary or someone. I'm probably going to get the name wrong. This is Bilbo himself, might be. Right, there's the torso, and I really struggled to find legs, minifigure legs. It's just me, I found it this time. So of course we've got the shorter children minifigure legs, if you like, because they're hobbits. He's got his feet sticking out. You've got the printed torso there with like a yellow jacket and a waistcoat, so this is going to be Bilbo, I think. That's kind of what he wore at his party. He does have an older face. See, he's got a bit of a smile on his face. He's also got one which is just more of a smirk than a sort of a smile. We'll go with the smile. It's his birthday, why not? And then of course he's got his grey hair here, but he's also got the ring. The one ring to rule them all. There he is. So there's Bilbo, ready for his birthday, complete with ring. Put him to the side, come back to him later. Yeah, we put him all together. Then we need to build 2 of these next things. Oh, of course, like we did last week, or the week before, sorry, we have to build the alternative legs so we can have Bilbo sitting down. So those that don't remember, the standard approach here is to use an Erling brick in the same colour and stick a 1x1 plate, so then you can pose him. Oh, put that in the wrong place. You can pose him sitting down if you want to, and you can see that actually if I quickly just show you what we did with Frodo. Oh, you can see the fireworks for that. You can see we put him in a sitting pose, which is an Erling brick with the plate on there. He does have standard legs as well, which we can use, but in case we want to sit Bilbo down, you can see on here now, this is what he looks like if you want to sit him down. So enough of that, let's move on to add a bit more mountain or hills on here. So for that we'll need another curved slope brick. We've got a 2x3 sloped brick. We have a 1x2 bright green brick. We should have a couple of those sloped bricks that are at an angle. There's one, and then one the other way. 2x2 I think I need, sloped as well, and perhaps that's it, or maybe a 1x2 slopes. So we'll start down this end, we'll put our 1x2 slope there, and our 2x2, and we've got the angle sloped brick next. Then we have our larger sloped curved piece here, and right the way around. Next our angle piece, our 2x3 slope and a 1x2 there, so just adding a bit more hills to it. Then moving at the back here, mixture of reddish brown and green, so we've got a 2x6 a 2x4 in reddish brown. We'll go for a 1x3 and a couple of 1x2s. And then in bright green we've got a couple of corner bricks, a 2x3 and a couple of 1x3s as well. I might take a look at that hub spot then, see if it's any good. So just put the 1x2 in here. Then we've got our corner bricks in green that are going to go in back to back. Coming up here, 1x3, another 1x3, 2x3, 1x3, 2x6 runs across, and then we'll finish off with a 1x2 in reddish brown there. So just adding a bit more to that. Bit more firework up there, that'll dropped. Then we get a 2x4 brick in reddish brown, if I can find it. Here it is. And a 1x2. Just gonna add that onto the ends. Then we've got a 1x1 with a clip here in tan, and then we've got another corner brick as well, just in there. Then we'll stick a 2x2 reddish brown plate on top. Then we've got two 1x2 tan coloured plates that are going to stack up on top of each other. And then this is going to go just on that corner there, a little bit, some stairs I guess or something going on there. Then in tan we're going to get a 2x2 brick and a 1x2 regular brick in tan. I say that, but all the ones I've got here have got ball joints on. Oh, there it is. That goes on there again, like a bit of like a step. That's going to go over this side. And we're going to build a window that goes in between here. So for the window we get a 1x6 reddish brown, add a tan coloured 1x6 plate, add another 1x6 brick but in tan colour, base of our window. Then we've got our little window inserts, green frame here, and then that's going to have the gold insert inside, like cross hatch there. That sticks in the middle. Stick a couple of plates either side of that. And then we've got our 1x1 and a third bricks with studs on the side. It goes either side of our window there. Then we'll build two of these next things. So we've got these 1x1s with clips on. I'm going to top and tail them with some plates, 1x1 plates in tan colour. Those, and we'll stick those either side here with the clips in the back facing inwards opposite our window. Stick a couple more 1x6 plates on top. Then we'll stick a 1x6 tile, and then around here we're going to stick some macaroni tiles here to create a circle all the way around our window. I'm missing the last one. There it is. That one goes in there. So these are only held on by one stud, so you kind of need to wiggle them about to get a perfect circle. Then on the inside on our clips, that's where our 1x2s with these handle pieces come in. So we end up with something like that. Go back here, and then we can add our 1x2s onto this pillar this side. and this one this side. So there we get a nice angled window here like that. Then we're going to add a corner brick up here and a 1x1 with a clip in the gap there. Then we get 2 archways and a 2x2 plate. We're going to add the 2x2 on top of what we just added, and then the arches are going to go just behind here, seeing inwards. Then we have an inverted 2x2 sloped piece. Going to add a plate to the base of that. We'll stick that on top of the other side. Then we have a small quarter curved plate here. Going to stick a cutaway piece onto that like that. Stick another one the other way, and then a 1x3 plate underneath that. On top of that, we will then tile this area here. So we've got a semicircle tile there, and a couple of macaronis in bright green. It's going to go over here on top of the hill or the mound that we created there, so something like this now. Then we'll get our 1x2 plate with a moulded slope in or cheese wedge in green, and we also need a 1x2 in bright green too. Here it is. Stick these together. Stick a reddish brown 1x2 plate at the back, and then we'll stick a 1x1 round plate with a hole in it, just in there to level that off. That's going to run down this side here on our edge. Then we can add some more bits here. So we actually have one of these ring pieces with no studs printed on top. This is a new piece for me. It's already like pre-tiled if you like. And then we have a couple of these wedge pieces and a 1x3 tile too. I'm going to stick that tile on those pieces we just added, and then this ring piece, curved piece, goes across there. I'm going to add, here our fly buzzing around again. We can add our plates just in front. Whoa, we dropped it. So there's our hill, getting hillier. Then we turn our attention to the archway here. We're going to stick this plate on to connect them a bit more tightly together. Another one on top of that. Then 2 of these, so 2 1x2s and a third with studs on. Just these 2 together. Yep, done that. Where do these go? These are going to go either side of our window here. So I'm guessing with these in place now, we'll probably want to be covering up these gaps that we've left here with the hinge. So let's see how we're going to do that. Getting 2 of these built together, so a couple of 2x3s and a 2x3 plate. Yep, done those 2. Where are they going? I'm going to go on top here, and on top this side. This side's going to overhang slightly, so we end up with this. Then we get the big reddish brown wedge out here. Going to add a 1x3 brick in the top corner. And we'll put this big green curved piece on. And we'll also stick a 2x3 piece in the back there. Then we get another large green plate. Which I don't seem to have. Is that it? Oh, that is it. That was a square then. So then we stick a 1x3 in this curve area there. Stick another curved brick all the way around. Put a corner brick just in there as well to fill the gaps in. And then we'll stick another quarter plate just on top of all of that there. And then stick that, I believe, on top of this one somewhere. Not sure exactly where. It's hard to spin it round. Looks like it's somewhere around there. I think that's it. So I end up with something that's curved like this, stepped on top. This is going to go, if it works, on top of our window there. So we end up with that. Seems to be okay so far. This is what it looks like on the other side. Then we get a 1x4. Going to stick a 1x3 slope brick on top. Put that sideways. Squeeze that underneath there like that. Then we've got our larger wedge piece here. We're going to add one of these wedge pieces and a 1x2 slope there. This is how we're going to fill the window in, yeah. Then we'll slide that in there. So that's how we're starting to hide that gap we had between the windows. And on the other side we get our 1x4. I think these always look different from this angle. It goes in across there like that. Another one on the other side. And then we'll stand that up. It goes on there like that. So that's covered the gaps up. Stick another slope just in front of that window there like that. Then we'll add some flowers. So we've got a leaf with a white flower, a bit like a lily. It's going to sit in just below our window there. See if there's any more. And then we've got this flower which has a paddle going underneath, behind the leaf like that. And then we're going to stick a yellow flower in the end of the paddle. It's quite a cool little technique there. And that's going to go over on the stud over there. So we've got a bit of flower hanging out of an angle there. There's the fly again. Then on the inside here we're going to stick a olive coloured 2x2 plate just in the back there. Got some 1x1 round with a pin, sort of a lightsaber piece, and a 1x1 round plate going on top. We'll stick a felt tip pen which looks like a candle in the top, and then that's going to go over in the corner there. Then to do his writing desk we've got these dark orange 2x4. It's going to go onto this dark green semicircle piece. We'll then stick these 1x2 curved ends with bars in between all the way around to create the legs for the desk. Another 2x4 on top. Then we've got our 1x2 tile. As mentioned last time we streamed, we do have a sticker sheet in this one. This is sticker number 3. What's going on here? Not too bad, I guess. Does that say deed and contract? That's what the sticker is. Going on the desk. Then we have a hinge piece and a double cheese wedge just in front of it. And we'll put our other part of the hinge in top. Set that downwards. Stick a panel in the base, a medium nugget, and a 1x2 tile on top. Gives you that sort of writing desk feel. Then we have a purple cone piece. Stick a feather in top. And that's like a little inkwell there. And that's going to sit just around our plate. So on the inside here you can see a little writing desk with the candle. Then we'll do our little seat so Bilbo can sit down. That's going to sit on top of one of these circles as well. Stick a 1x1 round plate in here, followed by another 3. Our chair legs. Then we've got a 2x2 round plate on top for the base. Stick a dark red 1x2 with a clip and a tile at the front. Then we'll stick a handlebar into that clip to give us the back of the chair, the arms. And then this is where we can add this in. And this is of course where we could also put Bilbo Baggins sitting down if you wanted to, with those legs that we made earlier. And then we're going to make a little book. So we've got the book insert here, another stick here. This is there and back again, the book that you made. That's sticker number 2. It's going on the tile inside. And then we've got the book cover as well. And again we've got another sticker here, sticker 1, which is the leather binding of the book. Bit of detail there, and that just rests in there. We've got a few elements in this set that aren't clipped into position, which I'm never actually a great fan of, but you know, it's fine. Then this is going to clip. You can see from the side here, you've got some clips here that it'll clip into, and in the base here, and so this can just, hopefully he says, clip in there. Force it too much, but there's our 2 sections connected there. Do you want to go on the wide camera? You can have a quick look how the 2 pieces have come together right there. It's quite cool. So back to the zoom. Onto bag number 9. We might get this done today. Lots of large bricks in this section. Again, we'll be doing the base, I think, for the next side. So yes, this is the other side, a bit more detail and a bit larger than the last section that we just added, so it may take a while. So we start with, if I can find it, a large black wedge piece here, and then we'll stick a 2x2, again if I can find it, brick just into the end there, on an overhang. Then we've got the larger 4x12, is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Clips into it next. Then we'll need our ball joint connectors, because that's how this side connects. It's a bit more rigid than the other side. Goes in next. Then we have our lime green 2x4 in. Tan coloured 1x2 here, followed by a 1x2 going this way, and we have a 1x8 reddish brown brick running off there. Then we'll add another 4x12 underneath, then we've got a 2x10 brick that's going to run and connect those two plates together. Then we have our 6x6 plate, and another 1x8 brick all the way down here. I'm going into bright green territory with a 6x8 plate. And it looks like another 2x10. We're also going to add a 1x4 across here as well to connect those plates together. And we have another 1x6 and 6x6. So our 1x6 is going to go under here, 6x6 next, and then 6x8 green plate there. Then on top here we've got some more line bricks, 2x3, 2x2, a couple of 10 1x2 bricks, and I think we're good to go. Stick these slope bricks at the ends. Then we'll set these line bricks here, and then a 1x2 inside there. Start covering this up a little bit this side, so we've got this 6x10 plate, 4x10, is it 10 as well? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. Add those on top there. Then we'll stick a 1x2 plate here, and a 2x4 plate after that in reddish brown. We'll stick a nice large quarter circle plate underneath here. Then while we're here, we'll add a 1x4 dark trans red brick there as well, in 1x2, and a tan coloured one. I'm going to stick these plates together. So we've got the orange ones and the red trans red one on top. It's going to go next to it here. We have another trans red brick, that orange one here, goes on this way. Then we have a quarter plate here. We have a large macaroni bright green brick. We have another tan 1x2 sloped, and a 2x2 sloped brick 2. So we'll stick the macaroni brick round here. Then these sloped bricks just on the edge there, so there's a slight overhang, which will then stick a plate underneath in green, 4x10 I think. Then we'll get a 2x8, put a 1x4 reddish brown brick down it, 1x8 plate and a 1x2 plate in reddish brown here. Do that again. Ooh, throw the 1x6 plate across the desk. Put that in here. And then this is going to run down this side here. Then we've got a couple of 2x6 bricks, and again one of these angled sloped pieces, which is going to go on the ends. And we'll fill this section up here. And on top we've got a 3x3 plate, a wedge piece here, one there. We'll have a couple of reddish brown triangle tiles, so 3 of these somewhere. Can only find those so far, I'll come back to that in a minute. And there it is. There's a 1x2 tile as well, 2x3 plate in bright green. Then I think we're good to go. So we will add the wedge piece down here, so our triangle comes in. 1x2 there, another triangle, 2x3, then a wedge piece, then our 3x3 goes in the top there. Then over this side, I think this is probably where fire is going to be or something, probably where they throw the ring in it. And we've got these 1x2 with clips on in black. We have a couple of these cutaway tiles. Have a 1x2 there, and the other cutaway one is here. So put our 1x2s with clips in first. And we have these angle pieces, and then we put the 1x2 just around there like that. Then in those clips we're going to stick these flame pieces, which are actually like feathers out of caps really, but stick those to act as flames here. Then there's a mechanism look. So to start us off, we get a 1x1 Technic brick with a hole. I'm going to stick a pin all the way through that. Then we get one of these Technic brackets and a pin. Stick the pin into the right hole there, and we'll thread that through the pin. Then we have these pieces here. We're going to stick a pin with a stud into the top holes here. Stick a tile on top. That has a sticker on it, so this is where they throw the piece of, what's the note? Was it a note? I feel like there was a note. So we'll stick that in the fire there like that. It's going to thread all the way through. It goes through at least the first stud here. Then we're going to get another ring, even though there's only one ring really, but in Lego world, I'm going to stick that to a pin on the stud there. It's going to sit into this piece here. And we'll stick that in the gap. Thread the pin through so we can swap between the burning letter and the gold ring look as the letter burns away. That will push all the way, actually, all the way over there. Then we'll stick another 1x1 Technic brick with a hole on. Then for our turning handle, we've got our 2x2 round plate and brick. We'll stick a tile on top of that. Then thread that to the end of our pin. So we have something like this. Then we have one of these rubber pieces. We'll stick an axle into the bottom. Oh, he says, into the bottom piece there like that. We'll stick that into a Technic brick that has a corresponding cross hole in it, and then we'll stick on the other side another Technic pin and a lever arm. That's going to connect into this pin up here. It's a little complicated now, and then this is going to go goes into the base there. These two go in there. So you can see the letters positioned there. Then we're going to add some 1x1 bricks in reddish brown. Like that. Then an archway goes across. Goes over to create an archway for the fireplace. Then we get a couple of 2x2 plates, snap these together, and then we get a Z coloured piece on there. Then a 1x3 brick goes across, and then these are going to sit on top there. Then we've got a 1x4 brick coming out here, 1x2 tan coloured brick up here, and on this side a green one. Then we have a macaroni brick, large sloped angled piece, and a 2x2 sloped piece. Just going to add these across the back, build it into the hill. And then on top of that we have another one of these sloped pieces, 1x2 sloped piece. We have a 1x4 plate. We should have a quarter tile, one of these wedge pieces. So our 1x4 green plate goes in there, and our quarter tile, our wedge, our 1x2, and our slope piece here, and then we have another 1x2 slope piece that's just going to slot in to the end there. So just building that hill up there. Then another wedge piece, 2x2, and a reddish brown quarter tile. No, it's not, it's a corner plate. So that goes in there, 2x2 one there, and then we'll stick this quarter plate on top to cover that up, and then another corner plate. I didn't know they expired either, Brandon. I thought I never keep mine long enough for them to expire. I think it must be quite a long period of time you've got to use the points up. And we're just going to stick this corner piece around there to finish off the edge of the hill there. And then we'll stick a quarter tile, or sorry, plate underneath into that, just to continue that round there. A couple more lime bricks going in this centerpiece here. Now we've got this bright orange piece, got our other ball joint piece going in there. 2x2 on top. This one's going to go on the end there. We'll apply a couple more line pieces, 1x2 and a 1x4. Then we're going to build another archway here, so we've got the arch piece and the 1x1s with a third going on with studs. That's just going to go in front of the one we already added for the fireplace. Then around the fireplace we're going to add these curved plates over the front. And over here we're going to do a nice rug, so we've got some printed tiles here and some 1x4 plates. Stick these around here. I think that's a rug anyway. And that's the end of bag 9. Let's open bag 10. couple more pieces stuck inside the bag. There you come. So this next bit we're going to add a little bit more detail up the top here. So we have a macaroni tile, a couple of 2x2 tiles, and also a quarter tile in bright green. There's a quarter tile, and then can we find the 2x2 tile? There's one. Oh, there's two. So we're going to stick one 2x2 there. Then our macaroni and quarter one, and then this one goes in there. We're going to get another plate here with a macaroni tile. Stick that on there. Goes down here, trying to get the bearings right there. That just adds onto this end. Then we get a wedge in dark tan. I'm going to add a upward facing bracket on the end here. Then a 2x6 plate running down there like that. Going to attach on the end here. Then we'll add another wedge piece over this side. Snap a couple of 1x6 plates together and go across here, make a little step. Then we have a 1x2 brick in tan and a quarter dark tan tile. That goes on the end. Then we're going to build an angled piece that's going to come out this way. And that starts with a 6x6 plate. Stick a 1x1 brick in the corner. Got some ball joint connectors going onto a 2x2. Inverted white slope piece, another 1x1 green piece next to that. And then we've got another one over that side. And a 1x4 here, 1x2 reddish brown piece, and then we have a hinge piece of bricks going in here. Clip those together, goes on the end there. Then we get a 4x6 here, going to add a couple of 1x6s running down the side here. We'll run across the end of our piece there. Then we've got this curved green plate and a 1x6 green plate too underneath. And we'll stick a 1x3 on the end there, another 2x2, then our ball joint connector is on this side. And it connects into another piece here. Then we're going to connect this side into here, and then this is going to go over that side. connects in there just at a slight angle. Then we'll add some more plates here. So this angle piece here runs across down the full length on this side, and a 1x6 and a 1x3 going in there. Then we have a white jumper tile using next, and then across the front here we're going to add a couple of rounded ends piece here. We've got 3 1x2s, and we've got a hinge piece as well. So the hinge piece is going to connect the gap there. And we come back with a 1x3. Then up here we're going to add a bit more plating. Five here, 1x2 with the rounded ends. We have a small wedge piece. I think that's the right one. That one's the right one, I think. So we'll start with a 1x4 down here. 1x5 in black goes across the back. Then we have a, which I've got, 4x4 plate in green across there. Our wedge piece then goes in across here. Another one here. And then a 1x2 rounded ends goes in there. Then over this side we're going to plate all this up. We've got 6x6, a wedge piece, larger wedge piece, quarter tile, a couple of 4x4s, 1x3, 2x4, 1x4 plate, 1x2, and a 2x6. So across here we'll run the wedge piece here, 2x6 across this bit, stick our 6x6 in there, 4x4 goes in here, 1x4 there, our brown tile in here, 1x3 plate there, got a 4x4 there, our curved one of course goes in this gap, and we have our wedge and a 1x2, so that's covered all of that top area up here. Then across here we're going to add little stones. This turns into like a little brick wall essentially, or like a little stone wall. We've got 4 peel tiles in light bluish grey, on these curved pieces here, cutaway tile here, semicircle tile in dark bluish grey, a couple of those, and I think that's a 1x1 brick there. We're going to stick that 1x1 brick in the ends and then have that piece just in front. And across here we're just going to cover these studs up with just some different tiles, give it that sort of stone pebbly wall look across there. You can see how that stone wall is going across there. Then coming back here, building a bit of a wall up, we've got 1x8s, we've got 3 1x4s. We have a squished brick, a couple of corner reddish brown bricks as well. I think we're good to go. So first off, the corner brick goes in here, then our tan coloured 1x8, another corner brick, some 1x4s here, one going this way, and then our squished brick, going to go in there, I think. Well, that goes on top. Couldn't tell from that arrow. Then we've got two of these, so a couple of 1x1s, a couple of 1x2 plates. Stick these together. Yes, we've got two of these, and they are going at, one goes this end, the one goes that end. Oh, sorry, couldn't see that. Then across the top here we've got some tan coloured plates. Start with a 1x2, then we've got some 1x4s going down here. Oops, one too many. Then we'll do another layer actually, so another couple of 1x2s, a 1x4, a couple of reddish brown 1x2s and a 2x4. Goes down, just down that way. Then we get a 1x4 with studs in the, or holes in, and then we're going to stick these pins, the studs on, all the way down there. And this is going to go just in front of our window ledge. We've got a 1x3 coming off one side and a 1x4 regular one the other side. Then down here where we've got the tile, we have a 2x6, the 1x4s, corner brick, and so we run this 2x6 in green there. Stick our 1x4 just in front. Our corner brick goes to the back here. Our 1x4 there. Then we continue that sloped brick just around there. The contour of the hill. Then we've got two of these larger curved pieces. One of those and a 1x1 round. It's going to go in the back to start us off with. And we'll start these curved pieces. That's the 2x3, and then our other curved piece to finish that hill contour around there. And a 1x3 with a swish brick going on. Then we'll stick our quarter tile just on top, about there. It's going to go over this side. We'll add a bit more of a hill again, so on a brick, sloped brick, 1x2 sloped, 1x1 rounds, a couple of 2x2 rounds with a stud in the middle. And to start us off with, then we'll run this curved piece a bit over our stone wall that we added. Right, actually that needs to go over. I need to move this over one stud. Like that. Then we'll stick our corner brick in. Then we stick our 1x1 round there, and then our other sloped brick in there, and then our little plates or tiles here can go here and there. Then we have a wedge, slope piece there, a couple of 1x2 plates, and hopefully a quarter tile in green somewhere. There it is. So we're going back over this way. legs over one stud. Goes on the end there. And we've got a few more of these curved pieces, and 1x2, 1x2 going on first down here. Then our curved piece either side here. That piece there, and then I think to finish us off for this bag, we have another wedge here and another quarter tile just to end us off on that one. So that's the end of bag 10. Bag 11, as I said, of 15. May do this bag and one more bag today. I do want to leave us a third stream for next week, so we're not rushing the gift with purchase as well. So we're going to start doing some detailing on the inside here now. So lots of tan bricks to go. We've got 1x4, a couple of inverted curved pieces. We have a 1x3 brick and a 1x2 brick. 1x2 in first, then we've got our pieces here for the window. Then a 1x3, and then we'll run the 1x4 across. We'll do another layer, so we have 1x2, 1x1, and a 1x4. That's going in there. Then we've got a couple of 1x1 bricks, and we have a dark red jumper tile, which is going to go in the middle of the window there. On that window as well, we've got a green bottle, and there is a rock, I guess, not sure what that is. It looks like a hedgehog. An acorn piece, just this little piece in here on top of that jumper. Then we get another one of these 2x2 rounds with the pattern side. Add a 2x2 tile with a stud in the middle. That's going over here. A bit like a chair, maybe. Then we have another jumper tile in tan, and we should have a printed white letter tile with a seal on it. It's going to go on top, sort of an angle there. It's going to go on this white piece we added earlier, so we've got some correspondence on the floor. Then we're going to make a little table, dark orange 2x2 plate, add the curved piece here, this little pillar piece. Going to have 4 of those to give us the legs. All the way around. Then we're going to stick a 2x4 plate across there, and we have another 2x4 jumper tile across there for the top. We're going to add a dark green 2x2 round with a stud on, and then a regular 2x2 tile in black, I think, if I can find it. Black, or was it dark brown? Maybe it's brown. see any square tile. There's a plate. There's a round tile and another round tile. Oh, there it is, hiding underneath everything. So that goes on there at an angle. I'm going to stick a sticker on that, which is sticker number 6, which is a map. So we've got our little map piece on there. We're going to stick a cup and of course a teapot on top there. So there's our little table. Is that done? I think it is. It's going to sit in the middle here, like our rug. Then we've got 2 chairs we need to make now. So for the chairs, we're going to get 2 of these pieces here. Going to flip them over for the legs. Stick a dark reddish brown downward facing bracket into it. One of these pieces here is going to go in. Then on the back we have these printed pieces, well not printed but moulded pieces here in dark orange to give us the back of the chair look. Those are new pieces for me. That's that. So we've done both of those. These are going to sit. Hopefully these they're going to be loose, aren't they? So these aren't attached. It's another loose piece. Again, not a fan of loose pieces, but there you go. We're going to then now add the other wall in here, as you can see. So we've got a 1x6 in reddish brown and tan that clip together. Got a 1x2 plates either ends. Upward facing dark tan bracket. Layer up another couple of brackets, sorted plates here. Then we've got our window insert. Goes on our bracket there. Got our 1x1 and 1/3 bricks either side. And then we've got some 1x1 pieces with clips that go clips facing inwards. Finish that off with some regular 1x1 bricks on top, and then a 1x4 plate. Going to go across the middle to level us off. And we'll stick a 1x6 plate across the top of all of it, and then a tile to remove our studs. Then around the front of this window here we've got those printed macaroni pieces here with those wooden parts, again just added by 1 stud. Then we've got dark orange 1x1 tile that goes at the base, and here we'll have these little roof pieces at the base, give us a window ledge. We end up with something like this. Probably could be a little straighter in places, but looks okay. Then we're going to add those handle piece 1x2s in. These can then go in here, go on that wall there, this one on there, this is angled all over there, the chair's moving all over, falling over already. Then we've got an archway coming in here, and a 1x6 tan brick there. We also have a 1x2 brick on the outside there. Then we have a nice flower, so we get a clear 1 by 1 round. Stick a plant stalk in the top. Cover that then with a mixture of 3 pale yellow flowers. I'm going to put it in the middle, and then we've got the bright ones. Again, 3 here around the outside. That's actually going to sit on this thing, which I thought was a stool, which is now a table. So it's going to sit in our window there. A bunch of flowers. We have a printed cheese piece, which I've seen since what's he called? Speedy Gonzales minifigure. We've got a dark red, jumper tile. Try and squeeze it 1 by 1 round gold on top there as well. Into that we'll stick a white pen for another candle effect, and then we'll stick an olive green 1 by 2 tile on top of there, a couple of 1 by 1s in tan here too, and we have a bright green corner plate to stick on there as well on that column. Then we have 2 of these, so we get a couple of Technic bricks with the holes in. Stick the Technic pin with a stud in the middle. These go just above the fireplace. And we'll come around the outside. We're going to add a 1 by 3 slope tan brick. We should have a 1 by 2 studs on the side, which we do here, and a regular 1 by 2 with a reddish brown 1 by 2 plate on the outside. And on top of that we stick a 1 by 4 modified plate and a 1 by 1 plate in reddish brown too. Get a couple of green 1 by 2s and 1 1/3 studs on, stack them together, stick a 2 by 2 slope on top. That's going to just go in front here. Again, it's probably to use to cover this gap up that we've got in a second. Then we get a large window, which we're going to stick these gold inserts in. A couple of jumper tiles on top. It's going to go in our front of our window there. Then we want a couple more of these 1 by 2 Technic bricks. This time we're going to stick a couple of plates into the base. Our Technic pins with studs in those. These go either side of the window we just added. Then we add a 1 by 1 1/3 here onto this wall to level it off, and we're going to stick a big archway back of the window there. We'll also add another green 1 by 2 1/3 studs on the side there. Have a 1 by 4, a couple of 1 by 3s, and a couple of 1 by 2s in tan. Going to build the walls up here. And we have a couple of corner bricks. 1 by 4 plate. We have a couple of these curved squished bricks here. They're actually going to go on these jumper tiles that we stuck on top of the window. Then we have an upward facing bracket which will stick a 1x1 plate into the back of. Stick a 1x3 jumper tile across the back of that. This is going to stick then between those two curved pieces I just added. And then around this side we'll get this tile here, and then we've got sticker number 7, which is a picture of a female hobbit. So we've got a little portrait there. It's going to go on top of the fireplace. Then we get another tile, same again, picture of a male, but this time that's all the stickers now. That goes on above our piece of cheese. So the chairs will probably fall over now, but you can see the two portraits just above the fireplace there now in position. Then we have another archway, the 1x2 in the back there. Two of these. These go this side and this side. There's a bit of support in there. Then we've got a ball joint connection going into some 1x2 tiles, plates even, sorry. Going on the side there. Stick a 1x2 this side and a 1x1 to level that off on that side. Then we've got another 1x1 and a third. Plate on that. Goes on the existing one we've got around here. And on top of that we'll stick a 2x4 plate here. 1x4 again at the back. And a 2x2 on this side, and we'll stick a green 2x2 here, one here, and then a 2x2 sloped brick just in the front. Then around the front here we've got some macaroni tiles that need to go on to surround our window with a 1x1 plate in the middle, so I'll stick the plate in first. Chairs may fall off here, but I've only got that curve there around the window. Right. Then a 1x2 plate here, going with the 1x1 round. And we've got this large plate here, which is macaroni type. I'm going to stick a 1x1 plate in that middle stud there. And then we've got this curved piece sandwiched in the middle. It's going to go again on top there. It goes as chairs. There's our round window. That's the end of bag 11. So I've got 12, 13, 14 plus that. Let's try and squeeze one more bag in. Last bag of the day. We have another minifigure. So Hobbit feet going into like a brown jacket with a white shirt on. Pair of scissors here. This is probably Samwise Gamgee, I think. It's got a with some scissors in his hand. There he is. No spare legs for him. We're going to start off with one of these quarter plates here, and then I'll find the right one. That one. Where is it? That one. This sloped piece here that goes on first. It's going to go on sideways here. Connect into this side here, just give us a bit more of a feel that it's in the hill. And we'll do the same, get a 4x4 here, plate, add another curved piece to the end, another one on the other side. It's going to go just in front of it. Just covering the gap up between the window. Then we have a 2x4 going on there, another one on back to back, and then we'll stick a 1x4 across the base. Then we'll stick our larger pieces on top. Then we'll put that down, we'll get a leaf and a paddle piece. Green one this time. And then like we did last time, we'll stick a yellow flower into the top. Goes on one side of our sort of mound there that we stuck out. Go around this side, and this is going to go into the front there, again just to cover that gap up. Then we start with a masonry brick. We're going to stick a jumper tile at a right angle coming out of that into another masonry brick on the other way. Jumper tile on top of that. Then we've got our two tubes here to make a little chimney. It's going to sit on top here. Then we've got a squished brick going into a 1x2 slope. Going to go and sit in the front here, wedge that into position. Then we have another squish brick here. It's just going to go behind our slope brick to level that off. Then we have a couple of 2x2 sloped pieces. Last piece there, and a regular 2x2. A regular 2x2 going there. Then the sloped ones going at the end. 1x2 plate on top there. Then we're going to do the sort of roof here. So that starts with a 2x14. I'm going to stick a 2x4 coming at a right angle here. And we have a 2x16. No, it's 2x14 there. It's 2x12 I think there. Run a 1x6 across here and across the back. Then we have a squished 2x2 goes in there, and a 1x3 brick here. Stick our quarter plate there, and we have a wedge one coming off this way. And across the top we'll stick our 4x4 plates, 1x4, and then a quarter plate on the end there. Then we'll get 3 of these wedge pieces, snap them together. They'll go on the ends. Then around that we have a masonry brick, 1x3 at the back, and then a corner brick. And around that we'll stick this sloped piece and another masonry brick just in front of it. A couple of jumpers on top of that. Again, we'll stick those tubes on top here to create another chimney coming out. And then we have a bluebird. It's going to sit on top of the hill there. And then this is going to be for, I think, a clothesline. Just stick a candle piece by one round there with a clip in it there. Put 2 of these. Two of those. Stick one here, one this side. Then we have a flagpole here with a flag on it. 2 of these. Guessing these are supposed to act in like sheets that are drying on a clothesline. And then clip those in there like that. Then we've got one of these wedge pieces. We're going to stick a green flower piece in the middle there. Our slope piece here. This is going to connect under there as it slopes down. Then that's done, and then we can add this to the top. He says, hopefully. Ooh, let's go. That sits in there to give us the top of that side. Still got a few more bricks to add for today, and then we get a 3x3. Add this piece in, add another 3x3 to that. Another one of these slope pieces here, and we've got a series of 1x2 round plates here. Add these wolverine claws in to give us a sort of grass hanging, vine hanging type vibe going on. It's going to go in. Going in the side there next to that window. Then we're going to add a couple of leaves in. One here, and one over this side. And we have another wolverine grass piece, which is where? Oh, at the front here, going into our bracket that we added ages ago. Then we've got some flowers, so we've got a pink one, a white one. White one goes under the window here, pink one on this side. And then 2 of these, 2 stems. some dark green flowers to them all, so 6 of these. There we go, and then these are going to go into these reddish brown tiles that we stuck in earlier at the front. Then we have a Technique brick with a hole in it. We're going to stick a 1x1 round into the base and the top. It goes on an antennae. Then it has a sort of umbrella dish piece that goes in the top. Goes in there, so that's a bird table maybe. Then we're going to do a tree, so stick a couple of candle pieces together into a 1x1 round pin piece, and we'll stick one of these wheel pieces and a handlebar type piece. Then we're going to thread some 1x1 rounds onto each of these spokes. And we can stick some leaves on here. It's all going in the same direction here. Something like this. And we've got these light green leaves which can then also clip on in upward direction. So we have this bush here, this little tree, and at the base down there. And that is that bit. And then, hopefully, we can now clip these two pieces together. And then that's it. That's kind of, you can see the full whole stuck together now. I think, is that the end of that bag? Yeah, which is where we're going to stop today. So let me just give you the view on the wide camera. It falls apart. See where we've got to today. So we've done all those other two areas. You've got the clothes drying on top there, bird bath type things, a couple of windows there. And this side is a bit not much going on this side, but it was more the window and the chimney, and then of course round the back, if the chairs don't fall out, which they may do, you can see you've got the fire where they throw the letter in with the ringing, which is on this side, and then over there you've got the writing desk where you've been writing his book and memoirs. And you can twist this. I can show it to you. Let me see if I can go back to the zoom camera. I didn't really show you this, but down here is you can kind of make out the letter there, and you can actually flip that round, and there's the ring. See, you flip between the letter burning in the fire and the ring. So let me go to the main camera because you'll get a better view of the inside as I try to straighten. So here we go. Look how cool this looks. Very like Teletubby still. See all these lovely flowers, and bird tables and pumpkin patches and stuff on the outside. all the rolling hills. You've got the clothesline at the top, which I think is great. I think it's a clothesline anyway. A great touch with the bird and the chimney sticking out the top of the tree. And then if I flip round, hopefully without dropping everything, you can see the inside there. So we've got the writing desk over here, as I said, and then all the way over that side is where the fireplace is when they burn the letters, and all the bits in between. So that's it. We're up to bag 13 now. I think we've pretty much completed. There might be a few bits to add to it, but I think we've pretty much completed the Bilbo Baggins's whole. So we'll be picking up from bag 13. There's 15, so there's only a couple. There's about 3 bags left next week, and then we'll be doing the gift with purchase as well to finish this all off. So it'll be a shorter stream next week, but I would rather do another one rather than squeezing it all in today. So if you enjoyed the stream, as always, hit that like button. It'd be good to know if you enjoyed it. Also, why not hit subscribe if you want to be notified about the future streams we'll be doing. As I mentioned at the start of this stream as well, we'll be doing this again next week. Then I'm on holiday for a week, so we won't be doing any stream after that. But then when I come back from holiday, we'll be going straight into the Ultimate Collector series of the Razor Crest, which I picked up on May the 4th as well. So I'll stick that up with the date and the time, 2 PM as usual, so you can notify yourself about when we'll be streaming the Razor Crest if you're into Star Wars. So whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend, enjoy yourself, and join me next weekend when we'll be finishing off this lovely Shire. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.